Okay, guys, it looks like we are live. How you doing, Rick?
Man, we are live. I'm so glad to be back with you and the crew, all our moderators. We took a 2 week break from the happy hour. We're back with the new name, the Photo Learning Hour. But you were out in Denver?
Yeah, I had kind of a last minute travel I had to go on. We had family in town, and then I had to go out to Denver for a wedding, kind of last minute. So, and I just returned. And I'm telling you, flying is not the same it used to be.
I know.
It's
You
a
said
little
you had the
scary.
mask. You had the mask, the face shield, and all that stuff.
I am telling you, I had a mask, I had a face shield, and I think I went through a gallon of hand sanitizer.
Well, good for you. We need you. We need you. So stay safe. So
Yeah.
this is a very special photo learning hour. Usually, as the people who have watched us before know, what we do is we critique, we review some of the members' photos, and the photos are amazing. Actually, we started out. Remember, Juan? You and I would show our
Right,
photos. We
right.
took a tip on Yellowstone or Antarctica or whatever. And then the people's pictures were so good, we stopped showing our pictures.
Yeah, I think
So,
we learned better. We knew better to show other people's pictures than our own.
right. No, we are learning so much. So next week, October 1st, I can't believe it's going to be October 1st
Wow.
next week. We're going to come back, and each week we pick a new topic. So the topic for next week is blue. So anyone who has a picture, make sure you add a topic, and we have Alec Arendt, one of our moderators, who's going to tell you how to do that. But very quickly, I'd like to introduce our moderators. I mean, we started out, this group grew out of my phototherapy book. I have a book called Phototherapy, Motivation, and Wisdom, and that came out last September. But then in March, when this was the pandemic was in full swing, I said, okay, we have to do something to bring people together. So we started this phototherapy Facebook group, and it's grown. Alex is going to tell you how many people we have, but the talent, the members, the
Right,
participation,
right.
and as Jim Griggs, who's here, will tell you, it's one of the most active groups. But just quickly, we have I see Alec Aarons up here. He's
So
our
let's, yeah. So here's, I just switched our view, so now everybody can see all of our moderators. You can see all six of us.
good. What a group, right? What a
First
happy
time we've
group.
had all of us together, which is pretty cool.
Yes. Maybe we should do this more often. 'Cause I'm having a great time, but I always do with you guys. So anyway, Alec Aaron is our membership director. Alec, just give a quick wave if you can, and then you're going to come back, and all the moderators are going to come back and talk a little bit about what they do for the group and how you can get the most out of the group. We have Jim Griggs. Jim Griggs has been my friend. I spoke to his group out in Kansas a while ago. We have a very talented photographer and a heck of a great guy. We try to keep this family, so he's a heck of a great guy.
Yeah.
Linda Marshall, who's been on a lot of workshops with me. She was in China, and she does our meditation session. And our latest and greatest moderator is Phyllis Webster, who just depleted the entire lobster roll. Right? There's no more lobster rolls left in Maine after you came back. So anyway, why don't we get right to Alec, who's going to talk a little bit about our members. So Alex, over to you.
Thanks, Rick, and hello, everyone. It's great to be back with you. And I'm pleased to say that in advance of this session today, we just hit our 2,400 members, and that's not with rounding. We now have member 2,400, so we're very excited about that. A question we get all the time is, how do we acquire members, or how do people join? Where do they come to us from? So I wanted to just spend a couple minutes going through that. And first explain that our process is that we accept those people who are invited by you, our current members. So as you click on that button that says invite your friends, they are here because you have vouched for them as somebody who believes in our mission, our values, and will follow the rules as it relates to phototherapy. In fact, those people, when we accept them, aren't even aware of our questions. So if you've never seen the questions that we ask new members, I invite you to, on the phototherapy Facebook page home screen, you'll see a click to the left that says member questions. You can see those questions. The next group of people are people that come to us because they've found us via Facebook, doing a search on Rick, Juan, or whomever, and they come to us, they see what we're about, and they want to join. Now, those people, first and foremost, they need to answer the 3 questions. If they don't answer our 3 questions, then we will excuse them and not, consider them joining us, because it's very important to know that we are dealing with actual human beings who share our mission. And every once in a while, we do get a bot. Rob is our latest bot, who's trying to join us here on phototherapy. But, just so that there's added layers of security. Even if they answer the question, right, we want to find out a little bit more about them. And to do that, we look to see if they're members of groups that have similar interests and passions to what we do within phototherapy. We look to see if, even though they may not have been invited by a member to join, they know others in the group. So we look at that after we look at the questions. And then, even if we're still not sure, then we click on their individual pages and we look at their work. And I know that Jim is going to be talking later on about what we're looking for when we get to know people that we don't know who are considering joining, as it relates to the types of pictures that they take and they're posting on their site. So it's a very rigorous process, because first and foremost, we want to make this a creative, safe, and fun place for our members, to share your best work, to get feedback and encouragement from each other as members. And then, when you're selected on a Thursday afternoon, to share your work among your peers and get feedback from Rick and Juan. So we want to keep that very much in force in terms of how we manage the members on our site. Another thing that's critically important for those of you who are new members are topics, and Rick mentioned topics earlier. It's very important that you select a topic when you post, and as a matter of fact, in the next few days, Juan and I are going to be recording a video on how you record or how you post a topic when you post a picture. So be on the lookout for that. But the reason why topics are important is because, one, they're of great value to you, our members, because if you want to see what other people are posting with the topic of blue, you can click on the topics bar, click on blue, and you'll be able to see all the blue photographs. If you want to look for inspiration, if you're going to be going out looking to take shots and images of fall color, we have a new category, fall color, so you can look at that and seek inspiration from that. And perhaps most importantly, when Rick and Juan select images that they're going to review on a Thursday afternoon, we'll name a topic, and then we will search, or they will search, for images with that topic. And if you've not assigned a topic, they very likely are going to miss your picture, and we don't want to disappoint anybody. So it's very important that you add a topic. And on the subject of topics, as I said, I'm going to be recording a video, but I do want you to remember the rule of 3 or the rule of thirds, that the 3 dots that you will see on the upper left, on the upper right corner. All right, so let me start over. On the upper right corner, once you post an image via your computer, or at least it's my experience with an iPad or an iPod, is if you click on those 3 dots, and you scroll down the list of options, it will say add a post topic, edit a post topic. And from there, you'll get a drop-down list of post topics. But again, it's our most frequently asked question, and we will be recording a video on how to do it. But if in doubt, look for the 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner, click on those, and it'll lead you right to the place you need to post a topic with your image. So let me just close by saying, before I turn it back over to Rick, that as is the case every week, we will be looking at member comments throughout and questions that come up throughout this the course of our discussion. But rather than jump in and discuss them as they pop, Linda and I are going to be sharing responsibilities between Facebook and the YouTube channel to capture your questions, and then we'll come back to all of them at the end. So again, welcome to our 2,400 members. And Rick, I'll turn it back over to you.
Well, Alec, excellent job. I thought you were going to say we had 2,400 topics.
No, we have 608 topics now. We've had 5 added in the last 7 minutes.
But you know, all kidding aside, the topics are really good. You just go over there if you want to get inspired for wildlife photography or bird photography or street photography. It's really, really important. Well, Alec, thank you so much. You're one of the, I think you're the first moderator that we invited into the group. But let's talk to Juan, the director.
Yeah.
The producer, the coordinator, the man of many talents, who has like 16 monitors off camera and 37 switching boxes plus some foot pedals. So actually, seriously, Juan puts all this together, and he really makes it. You know, we've been working together for a long time. I think over 10 years. So maybe Juan, you could talk a little bit about, you know, the fun that you get out of this, what you learn, and our YouTube channel and the watch parties, which are really good too.
Yeah, well, you know, I just want to mention for folks who haven't been there and haven't joined us yet on what we used to call the photo happy hour. Right now we're calling it the photo learning hour. And the whole idea is, you know, it's kind of funny how this came about, because Rick and I were talking as this pandemic was starting to blow up, and we were trying to figure out what we could do that would be fun for us, but also educational for people. And that's how we came up with the photo happy hour. But now that we're turning it into this educational thing, we're hoping that more of you guys will be able to participate, because there's a lot that you can get out of that hour that we're doing. And by the way, that happens every Thursday at 5 p.m. right here on both the Facebook group as well as on our YouTube channel. And we do this live. And the whole idea behind it is that, you know, we call a topic for each week. You guys post your images on the Facebook group. You make sure that you tag them out of those 4,566 tags. You got to make sure you pick the right one. Just kidding, it's not that many. And you know, then Rick and I will pick those out and then kind of show them through the photo happy hour and give some feedback on the images. You know, some people call it critiques. I like not to use the word critique, because some people get intimidated by that word. So it's kind of more like a photo review. And, you know, it's funny because when Rick and I started doing this, we started doing it by showing our images and talking about and giving tips and hints and location information. But then we saw the incredible images you guys are posting. We decided, you know, we're better off posting your images versus our images. And we're humbled by that, because, you know, the work that you guys are putting up there is just incredible. But the whole idea is to make this educational and make it fun. And, you know, by the way, we may also do other things. Like, we've done interviews in the past, and we're looking for feedback from you guys. What would you like us to do during the learning hour? Because this is really for you guys. Rick and I have fun doing this. We've been doing this for a long time. It's, you know, when we don't do it, it's kind of like, you know, there's a little piece of missing in each of us, because we just have so much fun hanging out together and doing these kind of things. So, you know, we're open to whatever suggestions you have as to what you like to learn, what you like us to cover. So please send those in, put them on the Facebook group, and we will consider them. And, you know, by the way, you can set up, you know, these sessions, we broadcast them live, but then they're recorded as well, and they get posted in both YouTube as well as the Facebook group, and you can watch them again there, and you can set up watch parties so that multiple people can be watching it at the same time, and you can comment and whatnot. Every so often we'll kick off a watch party, but you guys, anybody can do that as far as I understand. The other thing that I want to mention is that, you know, we have it both on YouTube and on Facebook. And the reason for that is because in Facebook, you have to be a member of the phototherapy group in order to watch those videos, but not so on YouTube. Anybody can watch those. So if you have friends that you want to get them hooked into the phototherapy group, maybe that's one way you can show them, hey, this is what these guys are doing. Check out the YouTube video. But also the YouTube video also is a little bit higher quality video. So when we're showing images, the images will look better. You'll be able to see a little bit more detail in those images in there. So something to think about and something to consider.
Yeah, and we have a playlist there. So if you wanted to see like the interviews or Linda's, who's going to come up next talking about her meditation session. So those playlists are really a good idea. So we definitely want to invite you to invite your friends to join. The other thing, Juan, is I think another reason why we changed it from happy hour is I'm drinking water now. We used to have beer, right? And you're drinking water
I'm drinking
too,
water
right?
too, yeah.
And
Well, you know,
snap.
after being bathed by all that coronavirus on the planes, I decided I'm going to play it safe until my coronavirus test comes back.
Well, I hope you're okay. Well,
I think I'm okay.
Juan knows me longer than any of you guys, probably even longer than some of our watchers and our listeners. He also knows that I'm a super hyper. So I need a little calming down. So a couple of years ago, I met Linda Marshall. And Linda is a great photographer, a wonderful workshop participant, a lot of fun, so much positive energy. And I don't know how long ago, maybe a year or two ago, I learned that she was teaching meditation. So she does a session on our page, on the Facebook group page and on YouTube on meditation. So Linda, my dear friend Linda Marshall, maybe you could talk a little bit about meditation and your sessions and why it's good for people like me.
Like you, for sure. I don't know if it's helpful, but I think it does. So, as Rick said, I'm Linda Marshall, and I am a certified meditation instructor, and I am the group's Monday meditation mentor. And first, I'd like to just thank my co-host, Alec Aaron, who is with me every Monday, 12 noon, where we go live on both Facebook and also on the YouTube channel. And so, why do we do it? Why did Rick even suggest it? Understanding that right now, all of our worlds have been upended, and the level of stress, anxiety, worry, and all of those things that everybody's feeling as you're not able to do the things that you used to do. And if I think of my own travel schedule this year, all of my photography trips have been canceled. So I too needed a little bit of therapy. And so meditation is a technique. It's a tool. And that's the way that I try to approach it each week, where I'll start with some topic that might be relevant for what's going on in the broader environment, or even in my life, or in Alex's life. We talk about things, and then that becomes our theme for that day. And my goal is to just create an environment where for 15 to 20 minutes, you get to relax. And why is that important? The more that you release stress, it helps your mind, your body, and your spirit. And oh, by the way, your creativity. So if you're not able to join us on Monday, you can always go back and listen to the playlist. And the real goal is to create community around a technique that helps us to relax and expand our state of awareness. So you all are already so just amazing with the pictures that I see you post. And this can be just like a little extra sugar in your tank in terms of expanding what you do. So this Monday, we're going to have us change to the schedule. We'll actually go live on Sunday instead of Monday because of the holiday. So, if you can join us on Sunday, that would be wonderful. And then we'll also have a watch party on Monday. So goal is community. You all are amazing. And we just want to help offer another resource that allows you to be at peace and be your magnificent, wonderful self. And so with that, I turn it back to Rick.
Well, Linda, you really are amazing and such a positive force, and yeah, you do have such great energy. But I think what you said is really important, that if we, can meditate and focus, like you told me, when I play guitar, I'm meditating. When I cut the lawn, I'm meditating. And you said that when we can, focus, we are more creative and more artistic. So I think people haven't watched you, and I send you the comments because someone said your voice is so smooth and soothing, and your message is so good. I think you're really doing a great thing here. So thank you so much. Okay, our next moderator, founding member, my good friend Jim Griggs out in Kansas, where they actually have a lot of bison that Juan loves to photograph in Yellowstone. And so maybe you guys can get together and we could do a bison workshop and have bison burgers.
That'd be great.
That'd be great. And I don't think I've ever been to Kansas, so that's not a bad idea.
Oh, Jim had me speak in this. Was it an opera house, Jim, or?
Yeah, in the opera house here. Yeah,
in this beautiful opera house. It was, I think, one of the best places that I've been invited to speak. But anyway, Jim's going to talk a little bit about the images and what we're looking for and how therapeutic these Thursday sessions are. And just I wake up in the morning and I go on the group page and I say, wow, I'm going to try to take a picture like that. So Jim, it's over to you.
Okay, thanks. One thing I'd like to say is tell Linda thanks for the meditation, because I think my wife informed me that I was about 93% feral and may not be able to be part of society when this is over with. So, so I started working my way back into
that.
Meditation really helps. So yeah.
Oh, good.
I very appreciate it. I go back and watch it on YouTube too, the recorded ones. We have a huge group here in Kansas called the Great Plains Nature Photographers, and after I was on here with Rick and the group for about 2 weeks, I went back and I posted the whole become part of this, because it's the same thing we try to do, but it's more active and more there's more things going on, and very surprising results of people's photography there. Very impressive. The members we're looking for are the people who want to learn, who want to grow, who want to learn from others, who aren't afraid to post their photos. I mean, there's some people who say, well, my photos aren't good enough to post. Everybody's photos are good enough to post. I learn from everybody that's on there. I see photos I like. I see photos that everybody comments on. I mean, I try to comment on as many as I can, although I do have 6 other groups that I moderate on, 3 that I run and 3 that I moderate on. But it's so important to be part of this and jump in with both feet, post photos, put the topics on them, and go back and review. I mean, it's really easy to go back and say, I want to look at all the pictures that were of icebergs, and then you can go through the ice or some location that's part of the topic and see other people's view of the same thing. And you learn from what other people do as opposed to what you do. And it kind of breaks walls down, and it gets you a chance to expand your creativity and learn to see in a different way. And that's basically what I really like about this organization, is it's not me too. It's very, very diverse, and the diversity is what makes it exciting for me. I've never attended a workshop or done a workshop, and I'm sure you guys that do workshops will back me up on this. I learn as much from the participants as I teach. So,
oh yeah,
that's true.
It's amazing, how much you pick up. So this whole group, I've asked my friends to join. I've sent invitations. I think our Great Plains Nature Photographers has online a little over 500 members, and when we have our meetings once a year, we usually draw in about 200 to 250, somewhere in that range. So a lot of them have joined. I don't know how many are on there right now, Rick, but I'm going to guess there's probably 150 to 200 at least who have joined from Kansas. And standing invitation, anybody wants to come out and photograph the bison, the elk. We have a 3,000 acre refuge that's about 20 minutes from my house. I'm a docent there. I've got keys to get in, and I can take you on a private tour in one of the trucks out to where the bison are. There's only 200 bison. It's only 3,000 acres, but it's untilled prairie and fantastic place to be.
And this does sound like a great workshop opportunity, right, Juan?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Once things get back to normal.
Yeah.
Well, Jim, thank you so much. You're a great photographer yourself, and definitely you can actually on our site, if you click on when you open the page there's a little magnifying glass. You could type in Jim's name or Juan's name or anyone's name, and you could find all their pictures. So this is a great way to find out who's doing what, who's posting amazing pictures. But as Jim said, this is a great group and it's growing so fast. I don't know what I'd do without it. I mean, I spend a lot of time each day I know Alex spends a lot of time. I think he wakes up. I used to say he wakes up early and checks the membership status, but now I think he just doesn't go to sleep. I think he just stays up all night.
Something like that.
Well, but I wake up early. This is one of the first things I do. So it's so much. I don't know what I'd do without it, and without the moderators who are really contributing so much. And speaking of moderators, my good friend Phyllis Webster, very talented photographer, also. She was. Remember, we were out in Casper, Wyoming. You took some pictures. I think you won some awards with your pictures, because your pictures. You know what Phyllis does is she knows that Juan and I we could have a whole podcast on back button focus, right? Which I think you or,
I think we've done. We've done a couple of back button focus.
And Juan, you have your own podcast. I think you had it recently. Did you do a whole thing on focus?
Yeah. I have the Images in Focus show on YouTube that we did a whole episode just on back button focus.
So if you want to find, that there's a link, actually, Juan posted that on our page. You could go to that again, the magnifying glass, type in Juan Ponce and find that. But getting back to Phyllis knows that all this back button focus, AI servo, exposure triangle, all that's good. But she also knows that the most important thing in the picture is the mood and the feeling of an image. And that's what I really like about Phyllis's work. I could really see the mood and the feeling. So Phyllis is going to talk a little bit about all the other things that we haven't talked about, and maybe some of the things that we have talked about, and why people should really join the group. Oh, I have to also say that she and her husband Jack were with us in Costa Rica, where Juan's leading a workshop whenever.
In September, next September.
Next September.
and next November, yeah.
we had a blast in Costa Rica. But anyway, take it away, Phyllis, please.
It's always hard to go last. So you have to listen to everybody else do such a great job. But anyway, I'm the latest member of this great team, acting as moderator and advisor. And I'm not sure if I was one of the first people to join the photo therapy group, but I know I jumped in very early on, because I remember posting my first photo back in March when we were sitting in our new RV. We had taken our maiden voyage in that RV out to the Texas Hill Country. And on the first day of our trip, we got word that the state was beginning to shut things down because of COVID. I mean, who knew, right? So I want to thank Rick for giving us all a place to seek calm and serenity in a really unprecedented, frightening time. But now I check in every day because I love seeing all the creativity, and I am just awed by the talent. I mean, there's so much talent among our members. It's unbelievable. The phototherapy site really gives me a big boost when I tune in. For one thing, I'm never alone. It doesn't matter if there's a lockdown, right? And I feel like I'm here among other people who understand me, people who understand the passion that we all share for photography. And beyond that, I'm constantly inspired to improve my skills and explore my personal vision. So I like to invite other people to join, and I think everyone should do that. Anyone who knows what it means to be kind of in the zone with their camera in their hand would really enjoy being a part of this group. And sure, you can join and you can just watch and you can enjoy all the wonderful photography, sort of be an armchair photographer. But I think it would maximize your phototherapy time by engaging and interacting with the other members, because I really enjoy that. Commenting on other people's photos. It's a place to be encouraging, ask questions, share your reactions. But of course, don't ever be harsh with other people, because we want this to be a place where people can share their tips and techniques, but also get positive, constructive feedback to really foster our improvement. And another thing, I don't know if anyone said this, but personally, I love when people post a photo and, of course, add a topic, and then they share the story behind the photo. It's not just the technical part, but I really enjoy the creative thought process. It's fun for me to sort of get into the head of other photographers, maybe see what they see, explore their emotions, and gain some insights into what they've accomplished. So bottom line, I think we learn a lot from each other. It's terrific fun. Alec and Juan and Rick really know how to make learning a lot of fun. And I just want to thank the great team for giving everyone this great opportunity. And I'm excited to be a part of it. So I'll just turn this back over to Rick and Juan.
Well, A, thank you so much. And B, next time you're going first.
That's
Oh.
right.
No, that was very good. But no, you really, I think what you said really, I think a lot of people can relate to this, Phyllis, that you said you're never alone. And I think a lot of times we feel alone, and we're social beings, you know. Juan and I love going out and doing the workshops. So Linda's been on the workshops. I've been out with Jim, and Alec was in China. And I mean, now we're kind of alone, but I really like what you said there. So thank you very much. One thing I forgot to mention, actually about 27 things I forgot to mention, but every Wednesday we change the banner photo on our page. And when we started out, just like Juan and I, when we started out, we used to show our pictures. The banner photos used to be our pictures. Now they're not our pictures anymore. Now they're the members' pictures. So this week we have a beautiful picture. It's like a moonrise or a moonset by Jennifer Brinkman. I can't see it because it's covered. Brinkman, is it? I can't see because it's covered because I'm looking at it in the edit menu. But anyway, we picked the pictures, you know, for impact, that a picture that we feel has, you know, some phototherapeutic value, but also that could be cropped in the crazy dimensions of the Facebook page. So Juan knows that I hate having my pictures cropped. So, right?
What's your saying is you crop my pictures and die?
Well, when I used to work with other publishers and I published my own books, I'd send a note to them. I said, crop my pictures and you're a dead man.
That's right.
A little happy face after. But anyway, so I just asked, actually, Tom Reese, I don't know if Tom Reese is here today, but I asked him if I could use one of his blue pictures, but they are cropped. But anyway, that's another thing to shoot for. You know, if you have a nice horizontal picture that's cropped kind of like in the landscape mode, we might pick that because this, you know, when Juan and I had our podcast, the Digital Photo Experience podcast, I think the subtitle was "It's All About You," right?
Right.
And this really is all about this great group. So that's it from us, Alec and Linda. Do we have any comments, suggestions from the folks? Alec first.
Keep on keeping on. That's, I think, the suggestion that's coming in.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, I think people are, you know, we've had a few comments of folks saying that they were, you know, the alone time kind of stinks, and it's great that we're doing this group and, you know, brings people together, brings people a little bit, you know, I guess, happy feelings in being amongst, you know, kindred spirits, so to speak.
Linda?
Absolutely.
Similar to what Juan said, and one comment I thought that popped up while Phyllis was speaking was, I'm moving to California from Arizona, so I don't have any time. I don't have much time, but I find time to join and visit the phototherapy Facebook site. So I think that illustrates how important it is to people in terms of helping to find that balance. So
Excellent.
Hey, Juan, can I share my screen? Oh, you said
yeah, I don't think we can with the way that we're running this right now.
Okay. Well, anyway, what I was going to do is I just clicked on the blue topic, and there's about 20 pictures here that are really beautiful, with the main theme being blue. Well, my friends, if that's it, we've answered all the questions. This will be recorded. It's going to go up on YouTube. So if you have someone who wants to join, who needs a refresher on what we're all about, this is a good video to check out.
Absolutely.
So Rick, I don't want to talk over you, but I do have to report we had 15 new members join since we went live, 14 of which are friends of David Stern. So we are on our way to 2,500. I also want to give a shout out to Tom Reese, who is here. And Rick, I can't believe it, but when you said China, it's 1 year ago to the day that my wife Diane met you at Newark Airport with that wonderful welcome home gift when we landed from China.
Yes, the welcome home gift was a bag of Dead Guy beers, an IPA beer, which I like. But what Alec is not sharing is that I was in a wheelchair.
Oh, that's
because in China, it was like 500 steps up to the first mountain, 500 down. Then it was 800 up and 800 down, and I think the last one was 1,000 up, and I just couldn't do it. So actually Susan showed me a picture. It came up on Facebook in your memories, and I got actually a little choked up that I'll say this to everybody: how lucky were we, and what fun did we have, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think if we look back, just think how fortunate we are to have had done that. Now we have this. It's crazy time. So anyway, we're here
but
for you guys.
this shall pass too, Rick. This shall pass.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, I'm out of the wheelchair.
Step one.
Okay, thank you, everybody. And Juan, thanks especially to Juan for working his magic and putting this all together flawlessly.
Well, thanks, folks. And we hope to see you next Thursday, right? When we do the photo learning hour. It's going to take me a while to get over the photo happy hour. But you know what? I think next week I'm going to have a real drink on the photo learning hour.
Okay. Okay, everybody,
folks.
stay safe.
Take care.